And we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, just sitting here drinking my morning coffee, looking sexy as hell as usual. I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Just wake up with Coach here. And yeah, hopefully we have a good one of these. I don't know how late I'm going to run it. The time changes kind of threw my sleep off a little bit, and the sun will be up at a reasonable time. So this one may not be crazy long. We'll see how the afternoon goes today, though. We'll see what we get. See who we get in here then. But I'll have more shorts and other stuff today. Good morning, Connor. How you doing? Did you get a notification, by the way, Connor? Or did it just, you just happen to see me by luck? I'm going to assume we're in the first minute you got a notification. Hopefully. Good timing on my work, right? Okay, good. Morning, Callum. Do you guys get notifications, I'm assuming, because people are coming in quick. So that's a good thing. I guess that's what's happening. Morning, Coach. Yeah, okay, good. Everyone's getting one. I just clicked the bell to all. Click the bell. Okay, so if people aren't clicking the notification right, who aren't getting one, maybe. I don't know. All right. Good stuff, guys. So, what does everybody have going this morning? It's going to be a training day, right? It's going to be a training day. So, I'm going to get up and feel like my back is going to let me squat today. I'm going to try to do some squat, bench, and deadlift, right? And then we'll take it from there. I feel like I got to watch my total volumes a little bit with all the conditioning. 7.6 pounds down to my cut 3 weeks in. Keep in mind, most of that's water on the start. Right? Most of that's water, unless well, even if you did a crazy deficit, right? But still, you're moving in the right direction. Right? You're moving in the right direction. Just always a point to note when it comes to weight loss phases. All right. I got to make a couple of posts here. Part of the multitasking. All right. Thank you. Coach is live. Peppermint, we are live. Coach is live. I'm getting up some of my Facebook posts while I'm chatting with you lovely people. Oops. Tell them hit the like button. I guess everyone got notifications, man. We're getting people likes. We got 4 regulars in here in the first few minutes. I'm guessing those notifications went out finally. So yeah, that is a good thing. Everyone got one. All right, good. I think it's just the less content, right? It's catching up with it now. Now that I'm not putting out a bunch of informative stuff, and it's like I said in that community post. I almost feel like, does anybody need any more fitness related informative videos? Unless science catches up for like another 5 years of very serious, good research in all these fields, barring a few scientific studies on nutrition here and there, do we even need anything else? Right, dude. So that's why I'm like, I don't know that I need to make more informative videos for now. I mean, the entire world never needs to make another informative video on these topics. And that's the point of welcome. Hello, site. Good morning or good evening for you. Uh, the peppermint, as you said, you could literally shut off your informative and it would be a complete compendium of the Iron Game. Yeah. Well, Dad, I don't know what the plan. I'm going to do lives. I'm going to do vlogs until I figure out what to do with that. But I mean, I have covered every single aspect of the entire history of strength training and lifting and hypertrophy training. Every I've pretty much covered every debate and point of conflict within the research. I've covered the history of every programming style, everything of fatigue management. Yeah, I mean, I've even covered everything from Milo of Croton all the way up through the modern age in the history of strength training and lifting. I've discussed and compared the various programming methods of some of the greatest coaches all through history. Um, every aspect of the stress recovery adaptation cycle, in all the anatomy of various muscles and debates on lengthened versus shortened position. Like there's just not much, there's nothing to cover. I've had people who came and watched my stuff who are now world level power lifters who started with my free info and all my basics and then give me props later. It's like, what do you do? No, I can't do fire. Hey, Dad, no, firearms is not even an option. They unmonetized my firearms channel, so why would that even be work? I mean, it made a good chunk of money. One of those videos made over $2,000. Yeah. Hey, Desert. There's way too much to get into for the preferred home versus public because that falls into problems I've had. I don't know, man. Being swatted at a public gym will do that to you. Yeah, dude. You SWAT teams don't show up in the middle of your workouts at your house. Um, he thinks I'm not kidding, by the way. They don't like the pew stuff. Fair enough. I've been enjoying the dating advice live streams. So. Well, and like we know, Limitless' stuff is geographic in nature. But I mean, the biggest benefits for everybody training at home. So I said you said you didn't say why would a normal person. So you made that specific to me with your exact grammar. People need to think your questions through, by the way. So I'm assuming you're asking about me personally, and there's no way to extrapolate this to yourself, or else you wouldn't have said you, right? Again, I'm very exact in my communication in this format. All right. Mainly, I don't like being swatted when I'm working out. I don't like the whole police team showing up. Are you stupid? I mean, no offense, dude. I'm gonna be a dick. You personally, based on your IG content, SWAT team, you would only need to worry about them if you're doing something illegal or you're a public figure with haters. Do you not live in the modern world, my friend? You realize this is a actual real problem. Yeah. Yeah. He's got to be a troll. Yeah. Now he looks like he's got ongoing musical stuff. He's playing the bass. I just checked his thing. All right. No, or you could just be trying to deadlift and have haters on the internet. Right. maybe you can compete again and create a series of leading up to and competing. Yeah, that would be, hey, Dad, did you just miss the last conversation? So you want me to announce where I'm going to be ahead of time. And you think that this is a good idea. Right. No, you're coming up with horrible ideas. But yeah, we need to move on from this topic. I said I need to end this topic and just start banning for it. So bench has definitely got to go. All right, kapow. So let's move on from that. In general, let's, without having to discuss these topics, let's just simply not bring up stalkers or trolls. It's understood. Everybody knows this. I apologize. Like, I'm still waking up. I feel like me even mentioning that, probably the person who did it's going to hear it and masturbate and then want to do it again. So we should probably move on from it. I need to get better about not giving it airtime at all. But I feel like with the regular, so Dad, I feel like I probably need to consider banning you because I feel like you're baiting that. Meaning, as an ongoing regular that this is a problem, and then you're proposing ideas that would be a problem for this when I don't announce that. Yeah, I don't announce where I'm going to be or what I'm going to do as a general rule. Just memory then. But yeah, you guys really, I mean, Dad, you guys really have to change stuff to where your suggestions don't include me telling people what I'm doing away from my home. Which would be a good idea. Coach breaking all the basement drillers no November semen retention challenges. Oh Lord, right? Yeah, in short, Dad, I can't do stuff where I tell people where I'm going to be. All right. If I film in public, it has to be spontaneous. With the full understanding that whatever venue I filmed at is going to be harassed after the fact. Okay. So if I take a picture in a restaurant and that restaurant can be identified, it is going to get 100 one-star reviews. So, like, just so that you're aware of that. If that restaurant can be identified, 100 fake accounts are going to be made to give it one-star reviews. Ask me how I know. I don't have that level of skill. If you record spontaneously, you just blur out anything. Like, okay, we need someone more skilled than me at video editing to do that. I'm not exactly known for my skills with things like that, if you may have noticed. Yeah, just blur it out. It's easy, dude. Yeah, I don't have any expertise in that field. My software doesn't do any of that. All right. For someone who makes all their money on this, I'm like the least tech person. Like, people try to explain stuff to me, it's hilarious, and I'm like, I don't. You're speaking a foreign language. All you have to do is adjust this setting with your audio and I'm like, whoa, you just went way over my head, dude. Like, can you bring this down about 6 tiers to kindergarten level? Talk to me like I'm 5 years old. I need you to tell me what button to press on my keyboard to do this. I need you to send me a picture showing me in the software the location of this setting. Like I need a picture. I need pictures, guys. What's up, Ruvio? Like, so I use, for my video editing, I use Sony Vegas Pro. Like I need you to show me physically a tutorial what button does that blur. You know, like if you can't do that, we got a problem. Recording your scenes, it has a blur background setting. Okay, cool. So again, I'm going to teach you guys how to preface this stuff. So what you need to do, right, is you need to be like, Teams is a type of software that is like, again, you threw a word at me. Great, I know what the word Teams means. It's why is it a capital? That's normally a lowercase word. Okay, so assume that I don't know what you're talking about. Like I know that the word Teams is English, and I see that you've capitalized it. Okay. So what does the word Teams in English have to do with the topic? Like I'm assuming then I could infer that this is some type of program or software or app. All right. What do you need to do to blur your background in Microsoft Teams? Okay. Whoa. Okay. So Microsoft Teams. Gotcha. Okay. See what I mean? You got to backtrack. You got to go way, way back. It's just like when people throw stuff about Tinder at me. I've never seen Tinder. I see memes about Tinder. I don't actually know anything about it. Like I don't know where to find it. Okay. Part of the MS Office suite coach. There we go. Well, I have Office 360. So this is what I mean, guys. You guys have to, so you know how I'm used to teaching people as a coach and explain things? I have certain fields of expertise. There are other fields to where I might as well be 5 years old. Just like all human beings. Okay. Gotcha. I let Microsoft make my thumbnails for me though, for my videos. You know, right? So I have Office 360. Is Teams a part of this? And what does this mean? So what do you mean Teams? Is this better than my Sony Vegas? My Sony Vegas cost me hundreds of dollars. So I'm not really wanting to change my video editing software a whole lot. And I paid like $300-400 for my video editing software. Microsoft Teams is more for meetings. It's just a glorified Skype. Gotcha. Okay, separate product. So this is what I mean. You guys got to tell me this stuff. I need coffee. Morning, David. All right, we're back. All right, good. Yeah, see, now this just got really complicated. And, you know, just to make video content. You see what I mean, guys? Like this just turned into a whole level of complexity to hide the identity of where I go. You see what I mean? This just doesn't seem worth it. And what exactly would be the benefit to all of this? Because keep in mind, I still haven't purchased a new car, and I may not for a while. So I don't have a vehicle at the moment, by the way. So I'm going to have to Uber to all these locations. Like there's cost to this. Am I going to make enough money filming at a restaurant to justify the Ubers, the time, the software? You see what I mean? Like, am I going to make $1,000 a video for this? You guys said this is the problem with this sort of advice. Is this actually a good use of my time and resources? You know, she's about to have some calamari on a late breakfast. Gross. But hey, man, I can dig it. Would you get a Tesla? I think the Teslas are nice. You know, food blogging for people. Yeah. Coach wants rate of return. Exactly. I need rate of return on the investment. You know, like if I spend $100 on something, it needs to make me $5,000, like in profits. And y'all think I'm kidding, but that's how I view my stuff. Like I need it to actually multiply the money of the investment. So if I go to do something and I Uber and all that stuff, I need it to generate enough revenue to have been worth my time and the financial investment. Like that's just not good business practice otherwise. I mean, next one really. Maybe. I live in the burbs though. Right. Yeah, I was going to say fuel is considerably cheaper where I live than where you are. I mean, my last car was an SUV, but she's gone. Yeah, the clocks went back, so we're on a different time schedule here. Which again, let's talk about that. Daylight savings is absurd. Like we should have done with this a long time ago. Right? You know, it's absolutely ludicrous, and it messes with people's schedules, their biorhythms, everything. It just needs to go away. There's no purpose to this except to annoy people. You know, should be a good week for the stock market, maybe. Hey, daylight savings here in the UK, dark at 4 p.m. in December and dark at 11 p.m. Right? Oh, it's cold outside today. You know, it's 47 outside. Oh my gosh. It's getting close to freezing. It's only 15 degrees above the temperature water turns to ice at. Having lived in the UK, I feel funny saying that now because it was cold there all the time. But keep in mind where I live, guys, it's 15 degrees above the temperature that water turns to ice. It's getting cold. Yeah. During the Second World War, there used to be something called British double summertide. But that's the funny thing about being climatized, man. It was the first summer back was a little rough. When I spent the 3 years in the UK, then I came back to Texas. It was like, woo. Fortunately, I came back in like a January or February, so I had a little bit of time. 16 degrees and about 7 at night. Right? Yeah, but the sun is up there. It's still dark outside. No, it'll be warmer later today. It's 47 right now. Was it easier? No, it's not even close. No, why would it be easier? No, it's easier in Texas. Let's see. So, yeah, it'll be 30 degrees warmer here later this morning once the sun comes up. Catch you soon, James. Have a Microsoft Teams meeting at work. Cool, man. No, Desert, it's easier in here. I think people forget that just because we have all the barbecue and Tex-Mex doesn't mean you have to go to the restaurants to eat it. All right? Just because it exists doesn't mean that it's at your house. And the UK has junk food too, you know. Yeah, it'll be 76 later this morning. America has stigma of being fattest nation in Europe, you know. All right. But that's because of cultural, not the food availability. So if you want to actually, yeah, the UK is, you clearly have not been to the UK desert. Again, I can tell you've never been there. You'd understand. No, dude, it definitely not. So the thing to keep in mind with the US, cultural reasons and food availability is why we have the fattest nation. It's actually cheaper and easier to eat a super healthy diet in the US than it is anywhere else also. Right? Because of food availability and food quality. It's extremely easy to maintain a healthy. It is actually cheaper here than anywhere in Europe. Right? Because our food is just simply cost less. We have so much availability. And our groceries in general are cheaper. So the same factors that allow us to eat the endless amounts of garbage to get fat also allow us to eat really healthy on a budget. You know, it's interesting, like client Ryan, we've chatted about that, right? He's down almost 100 pounds, right? And what he's pointed out, he's like, my diet while training and eating healthy, he goes, my grocery bill is like a third of what I used to pay when I was fat. His food is literally a third of the price. He's like, I eat for pennies now. Coach, any tips for debilitating quad and calf cramps in the last 15 minutes of rugby game? I take potassium, other salt, stretch. I don't know, man. It's just going to be a hydration thing. That's all you can do. USA also has everything in bulk from big warehouses. That includes healthy foods, though. It's easy in the UK. I don't think fruit and veg is that expensive, despite most of it being imported. Hey, David, I'm telling you, as someone who's lived in the UK, it's cheaper and easier here, and higher quality fruits and vegetables are they simply cost less. So, like it is actually easier here. Eating an insanely healthy diet here, like the only thing that gets expensive is if you want certain things. But if you were on a skin tight budget and you wanted to eat just a pretty balanced, healthy diet, but you weren't trying to be, you know, a 100-kilo bodybuilder, maybe 4 or 5 quid a day, 3 quid a day might actually cover it. Up to maybe 5. A single banana, it's negligible because bananas are like 60 cents a pound. I mean, so banana is like 10 cents. So a single banana would be negligible. Like you buy them by the big bunch, you drop them on a scale. But yeah, you guys drink more too. Drink and smoke more. Yeah, USA. But again, what does a portion even mean? Are you dining out or are you buying food at the store? Right. So people forget that. Like, no, when you buy rice and bananas and steak, you buy it by unit of weight. You're not buying it by portions. Does that make sense? Portions only exist in restaurants. When you buy a bag of rice, you buy it by weight. When you buy bananas, you buy it by weight. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, I can say having lived in the UK versus Texas, this is what I meant about the produce also. Like it's the produce is very bland in the UK. Your fruits and vegetables are like um, they tend to be more wilted, less colorful, less flavor on average. Does that make sense? Like just all of them across the board. So exactly what you're describing in China is the same way here. Is Winston Churchill the most impactful 20th century world leader whose influence shaped? I have no idea. I don't think we can narrow these things down to one person. I notice in Brazil, the fruits and vegetables are way better. So think about it here the same way, right? I mean, Texas is a massive farming state. Again, remember 1,500 kilometers across up and down. And Texas probably has the same population of the UK with 3 times the land mass and bright, sunny fields in a warm climate. So, like, we grow stuff. Um, so Texas has 31 million people. So with the UK, 69 million people. All right. So the UK has over twice as many people, but only a third of the land mass of the state of Texas. And it's generally bright, sunny, and warm here. So think of that in terms of food production. Now, our local produce and even our beef quality is considered exceptionally high. And I get that. I used to laugh. I was in the UK, and this was a point of contention. Like apparently, the Irish are like really proud of their beef, and I'm gonna be honest, man. Being from Texas, I was slightly amused by this. Probably not, David. There are a lot of upkeep, man. No, there are a lot of upkeep on that. I don't think that they're that great of a value here. Because keep in mind, Texas, that's probably the word wrong. Are we talking anywhere near where I live? Or are you talking about the western half of Texas, which is a 20-hour drive away? These are two completely different questions. Maybe there, but we get hurricanes and tornadoes here. Do you know how frequently you're going to lose all your solar panels? Appreciate the super chat, human. So, think about how often you're going to have solar panels destroyed by a hurricane where I live. I just can't see it being cost effective enough to offset the electric bill to pay for the maintenance on it. That is one downside we have here, dude. We get hurricanes, and they can be pretty devastating. Remember, over a year ago, my entire region had no electricity for 6 days. Yeah. Texas has its own right. I mean, HEB is the 5th most profitable company in the United States. That's why we call them the FEMA of Texas. Keep in mind, it's a grocery store chain. That outperforms the federal government in emergency relief inside the state of Texas as a private company. Again, that's just the point we make, that private industry does better than government. This is another reason we say here, like, we don't need taxes. Like, you need to stop taxing the citizens completely. Government's generally incompetent. Because HEB literally outperforms FEMA in emergency relief as a local grocery chain store. FEMA being Federal Emergency Management for the U.S. government. FEMA is faster and more efficient and outperforms them in Texas, a grocery store. So why exactly are we paying taxes again? And this business does it for free. They do it for tax write-offs. He keeps importing problems though, right? Exactly. I mean, we have our issues here. And this is conversations I've had. We're having all this debate with everything, with the budget and the issue with illegals and other stuff, and the Dems holding out. People are. So here's the thing, guys. If we simply did stuff different, like if we shut the border down, we wouldn't be having some of the welfare problems we have. For example, if we simply deported all the illegals, all this labor, this is the reason people don't shut it down completely, is the cheap labor. But it also is, we have the human trafficking, the slavery, all the drugs. Like, if we shut the borders down and use the military to wipe out the drug cartels and the supply of drugs, we would have a stronger workforce because we wouldn't have drug addicts. If there was no crack, meth, cocaine, fentanyl, heroin available, we would have a stronger labor workforce anyways. We would need less welfare, and then we wouldn't use the cheap labor of the illegal immigrants. We need to lock the border down. We need to use the military to enforce drug trafficking. It shouldn't be a police issue. We should literally be using special forces to take out drug rings. Just kill them. Done. All these problems would go away. We wouldn't have the welfare state that we have, to where we even need all these many food stamps. So, thoughts on food quality in New York City of Zoe and I don't know anything about New York City. I've never been to New York City, so I'm not familiar at all with your situation there. Sorry, Desert. And I don't know who that person is. What do you mean city funded? I mean, again, we're back over to government bureaucracy messing everything up. Trump should go full direct. I mean, that's a point of contention now. Apparently, he started using military to hit drug boats. And there's I saw a news story, the Dems on the Senate committee are pissed because he's doing it outside of their chain, and they're kind of mad because he's not including both parties and giving them info, other than we're using this to clear out drug problems. And so they're upset that he's overextending his power. But it's like, I don't care if he's taking out drug trafficking and using the military to do it, which is what we should have been doing 20 years ago. The U.S. should have been using the military to wipe out all the drug trafficking and the cartels. Treat them like terrorists. Because how are we going to fix our welfare state when we have drug addicts? With the military and technology that the U.S. has, there shouldn't be a single drop of illegal stuff like that. They could easily shut it down. And I'm not saying that's the best thing for the bodybuilding world because you testosterone, you have to be going to the clinic. Nobody's going to be blasting as much because it's going to be harder to get. But do we really care about pro bodybuilding? Sorry guys, you'll have to go to the T clinic and live with 200 milligrams. No big deal. It's worth it in the long run. But that'll be the end of professional bodybuilding in the U.S. But it would only improve bodybuilding. Like literally, if all that stuff got shut down and we were forced to only get what we could get from prescription, that would only improve bodybuilding. Problem is the whole fitness world in the U.S. would just disappear. No one would be Instagram worthy. It would only be people overseas on the Instagram fitness. But because if they only have access to low dose of test and a little growth hormone, these physiques are gone. They're going to be looking like Blaha real quick or smaller. He was listening to Elon Musk on Joe Rogan the other day. He was talking about how the Dems need immigration to try and boost their vote. Yeah, no, they're right. They're right. Without illegal immigration, they can't win elections. They lost this election anyways. So if you look at the map, the entire U.S. is red. It's just a couple little dots of blue of extreme population centers. But that's allowed them to hold like 48% of the Congress and everything. Well, Trump's not up for a vote again, Limitless. He's at the end of his term. Unless the laws are changed and one of the amendments is repealed, Trump can't technically run a third time. Coach, I squatted 365 times 2 yesterday. It moved really good. It felt like I was going to pass out. Okay. I mean, it happens, dude. That's how squats feel sometimes, man. Especially rep work. Sometimes you get a little lightheaded, man. And you got a heavy weight sitting up on top of your back. Oh, and I got to turn my fan on. Yep. You need a squat heavy to help you find a good woman. Limitless, there you go. I've been at 82 kilograms for months, but now still making progress. I'm going to get coffee. I need to turn this fan on now. The coffee's warming me up. All right, we're back, guys. Why did you guys hear me? Did I forget to close the door? Yeah. I forget that bathroom's really close. My guest bathroom is super close to my office. My main bathroom is massive, though. My main bathroom's like the size of my kitchen. I got the little guest one there. Yeah. Oh, well. I should have closed the door. I didn't think about it. I forgot to. So on the agenda, we're going to train, and then I'm going to keep the rest private. Well, you can have guests over. That's the thing. Right. So I keep my life private. Like, yes, obviously I have guests and people who come through, but nobody needs to know the goings on of my life. So that's the agenda today, Limitless. We're going to train. It's a training day. It's Monday. I didn't run my trash out yet, though. They're not going to come this early. I got to take my trash out. Oh, man. Or as the Brits call it, oh, it's rubbish day, mate. What, that Monday and Thursday is a rubbish day. Gonna put out them rubbish bins. Right? We call it trash here, not rubbish. So it's called a trash can. But it's never bad to have space, you know. Yeah, put the bins out today, mate, right? We got the council going to come through and pick up them rubbish bins. Got to pay a council tax twice a week. So they pick it up twice a week here. So we have normal trash, and then we have one day for recycling and one day for heavy trash. So if you want to put furniture and junk out, they'll pick that up on Mondays. Okay, so you had the fire hose out. Yeah, so then all the regular though goes out twice a week, but we have a separate day if you want to add the recycling bin or can. So I have a separate can for recycling. And then we have the heavy collection. Yeah, we're out in the suburbs though, man. So you throw out furniture and stuff. But usually you put it out the night before because people will come and grab stuff. I mean, hell, I grabbed a piece of thing that I thought was cool before out there. You know? No, we don't have a council. I mean, we pay I pay a small fee for the local thing, but it's not a lot. Like it's very, very little. I want to say like $10 a month. So that's about what, 7 or 8 pounds. Yeah. Helena, no, we don't need to know more about me. You know, it's all good though. I remember my grandma putting items out in the council to collect and some Irishmen in the van. No, I mean, people will take stuff. You know, they'll come grab things if they want it. A lot of times people will put up pictures in the neighborhood groups of stuff they're putting out if people want to grab them. Like, hey, this is going to be out there. Obviously, Helena is new. No, they made it months ago. Yeah, that's all good. No, she didn't make her profile today, guys. Chill out. Yeah, if it was a brand new one, we'd know it was just some dude who likes that big. It's okay. There you go, guys. Y'all need to calm down. But yeah, I do keep my personal life off here in terms of my romantic life. Which to me and people inside my life, they find it amazing how wrong people get it online. Like how bad they miss the mark with what's going on at any given time with that. You know, without me even saying, some of it's been extremely comical. Um, the loyal regulars can be a bit trigger happy on suspected trolls, which is good. No, I mean I like that because then we get rid of the riffraff in the live streams. You know. Yeah, don't kiss and tell. Keep them guessing. I'm waiting for Dad and the boys. I think Dad's already been through. I think he went to bed already. I thought he was in here earlier. He might not have. No, that was Psych who came. She came through. Yeah, Psych came through and said she was saying hello and went to bed. 62 now. Well, that would explain it. Although women these days act different, man, online. It's a different world. Like, I had, I get ones like the other day who I told that I wasn't available, and I appreciated she was sending me stuff. And it was obviously a real woman's account. She ran her Instagram and had a little modeling page. Um, and then she acted nice about it. And then she started sending me nudes from a photo shoot. And I'm like, well, no, we don't need this. The unsolicited nudes is really weird from women. Like my generation, we would never expect them to do that, but fangirls do that, and it's like in the problem. Like I had one where she apologized. She said she had been drinking, and she apologized. But I'm like, whoa, hold up, I got a girlfriend. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was in my inbox, showing DMing, and it's like these are my I ran your ice cream fitness program for 6 months. These are look at my progress. And like the fifth one was a nude. Just, it's like, whoa, I just wasn't expecting it. It just blam right there in my DMs. And she didn't say anything. It was just the fifth one down the road showing her progress. And it's like, well, hold up. I was very polite about it, but it's awkward. Like dudes, okay, as guys are over here saying, oh, that would be great. I'm like, no, it's awkward. When you get an unsolicited nude from a woman like that, who you don't even know, they're just a fan or something, it's very awkward. Like dudes are like, that would be cool. I mean, no, it's awkward as hell. And I'm saying that even as a dude who's been married twice, and you guys know I, dated an ex stripper for 3 years, and she was on my channel. So it's very awkward. And until it happens, you won't understand. You'll be like, whoa, this is a little weird. And dudes are out here thinking it'd be cool. Like, no, you trust me, you probably don't want to go hook up with a random girl who starts sending you unsolicited nudes. Like, this is crazy town. See, David, I'm not gonna discuss that if I've ever done that. But I mean, but I'm sure it is pretty common in the fitness industry. I mean, you're the one, didn't you just say don't kiss and tell? And then you asked that. I'm gonna take your advice. Yeah, I'm sure it is very common in the fitness industry. But the point here, guys, it's very awkward when you get an unsolicited nude. It is extremely awkward. And yeah. So keep that in mind when guys, you start sending those to girls. Like that is never a good strategy. I tell guys, don't do that. Stop sending dick pics to girls who didn't ask to see it. Like just stop, guys. I guess a partner would think you're cheating. Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing, dude. So that was the point. So like when that one happened that I was describing with that progress pic, I was in a relationship, uh, in a committed, agreed relationship. Like we agreed we were exclusive. Like we had the full defining the relationship talk, and um, she just threw it in there without warning me. Like, hey, do you want to see my progress? I'm like, sure, okay. You know, she admitted she was a big fan. Had been running my free program for 6 months or 9 months or whatever, and start sending these pictures in a bikini, and the fifth picture down the road, just kaplow, just number 5, bam. It's awkward because again, the same thing. Like I was in a relationship. So what if I'd been there with my girlfriend and this is popping up in my DMs? It's exactly, David, and she's sitting there and sees it or something. Good Lord. Hey, Coach. Good to see you again, mate. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, man? Jawinski. All right. We might be distant relatives. Of course, I'm Czech. My family's a Czech name. Not that much difference between the Czechs and the Poles, though, really. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that stuff's awkward, man. I say the same thing to guys, man. Don't send unsolicited. Like, and I can tell you, knowing women with this, I've had these conversations in person. I've joked and had conversations with girls on this, like all hanging out and stuff. And the odds that you're going to close anything with that girl once you send that dick pic just bottomed out. Like if she was interested, like if she was considering you up until that point, you just shot yourself down. From Australia, plenty of blokes here watching. I get a pretty big Australian. We have multiple Australians in the coffee chats in the morning. Actually, we get several regulars from Australia. Pretty common. I've had like 5 clients over the years from Australia. I don't currently have any Australians. I had 2 last year earlier, but they've dropped out. But yeah, no. I've had 5 clients from Australia so far. Definitely got fans there, man. Gift membership. Peppermint. Did you just see that? Connor just gifted you a membership, man. What? Oh, you got the star. Peppermint has voting powers now. Peppermint got them voting powers. So now these coffee chats are turning good, man. We're getting supers. We're getting stuff. We got a couple supers already in here this morning. I think you missed a super earlier. No, I caught him. I hit the love button on him. I did hit the love button. But I was in the big conversation. I reached up and tapped the love. Connor's a legend of the chat. Dude, Connor been buying them memberships for everybody. All good, man. Did you give him a regular or a crazy membership? I don't know. I can't see what he gave him. One of the guys didn't get a normal cheap membership who you gifted. They got like a upgraded. I have different tiers. What? I know how to tell. I can go see. It's really easy to look. My analytics will tell me what you just gave him. I got to tap over for that. Oh, it's going to load slow because I'm in a thing. All right. So gotta hit the earn tab. Memberships. Would you give him? Or yeah, you gave him a crazy one. Yeah, he got the Orc Warlord. Wait, I forget my own tiers, guys. I forget what my tiers are. So I have Warlord and War Chief. Yeah, I think the War Chief is the crazy one. Yeah. Hunter is goated, right? Is GPP cardio or is it more in depth? GPP is cardio combined. It's any resistance training with a cardio component. Does that make sense? It's when they're combined together. So weighted carries, pushing or pulling a sled, so on and so forth. I don't know how you get to membership. Jeremy, how many days you lift in a week these days? I do 3 main days of lifting and then 3 GPP. I'm going to cut it down to 2 GPP days. I feel like my body needs the weekends off from training, other than a few reverse hypers and stuff like that. But I squat, bench, and deadlift 3 days a week, and then pull ups and all that stuff on those days. The work warlord is nice. The book Sports Injuries Guidebook is a great. I have not seen it. I've not seen that book. So general physical preparedness always has a resistance component. Yeah, channel members can do the orc emoji. They are the only ones who have access. That's a flex in the comments for the guys who have it. They can put up the orc emoji. That was funny of me. Let's just call it all orc stuff. Like, why not? I'm a fantasy nerd. So it's not just even WoW, it's Warhammer, Lord of the Rings. Because I'm trying to get my old strength back mostly for sports performance, and I'll do some Play-Dohs like the box jump, plyos. You posted, I'm wondering how much training per week to maintain strength. You need at least 2 days a week to really maintain the strength, bro. You need 2 days of lifting. I wouldn't do less. But you can maintain strength on 2 full body sessions every week. Totally doable. Totally doable. All right. So yeah, this has been one of those really good morning for the coffee chat. This has turned into a pretty good month. What I need is the one of my guys is talking to coming back this month who does packages. I'm hoping he does. That's what my business could use the most. I'm waiting on one of my guys who's had health issues too. Any day now, he's going to try to rotate back in. He's just waiting on the doctor to clear him to lift again. What's your body? Ballpark, I'm going to go 15%. I think people forget I'm getting someone who keeps going, you were so much leaner this time last year. I'm like, I wasn't leaner. I was on low carbs. So I looked way leaner. I was not leaner. So would you say squat, bench, accessories, and push-pull bench accessory? No, I mean, I would do just a full body. Yeah, you could do it that way. So a deadlift and a squat. I think people would be shocked if I went straight low carb. Everyone would think I did a crazy cut. Like within 2 weeks, they'd be like, you lost so much fat. But my training would suffer. It definitely creates the illusion of leanness. For me, it's a massive illusion because my waist gets about 4 inches smaller. And I do mean that. So if I go from the higher carb down to really low carbs, even if I did it with healthy fats, I lose 4 inches off my waist within 10 days. It's ridiculous. None of my clothes will fit. It's just ridiculous. Maybe not always 4, but 2 to 4, depending upon the day. So yeah. Do you want to get? I don't know. About 10% is pretty lean, man. I know you were talking about when you compete. You decided what weight you'll compete at. Probably end up doing the 198. What was the lowest you? For most guys, 8 to 9% is pushing it. It's really pushing it. For a lot of guys, I'm gonna say probably don't want to go under about 10. If I want to do it with girls, do I need to be lean or do I need to be thick? That's going to depend on the girl. Limitless. And I don't know anything about your culture. I can't help you. I can only help you if you come to a Western country, and I can't give you advice on that. I don't know what women like in Indonesia. I've never met an Indonesian woman. I've never had a conversation with an Indonesian woman. Women don't care. Women don't like shredded. UK versus US powerlifting, how's it different? They're a little weaker in the UK. Otherwise, pretty similar culture. Although I can't tell you about US. I've never competed. I've never been to a powerlifting meet outside of the state of Texas in the US. So, dudes are strong as hell at Texas powerlifting meets. It's crazy. Like, you'd be shocked how many 700 and 800 pound deadlifts you see at regional meets here. There, a dude walks out and pulls who you were just chatting with, pulls 850. Yeah. The best I've had 3 months ago or so. So I had visible abs, lower carbs, but I could get that 1 to 2 pounds of stubborn lower belly. You just got to diet. They generally, where I'm at, I get compliments like, you'd be shocked. So look at my current pictures and footage, and I'm probably 15. I get compliments. Like, call yourself a power lifter. What do you mean, music? Because I have held records in powerlifting in the sport. I coach powerlifters. I'm technically a member of a powerlifting organization. I've been certified to judge world records in a powerlifting federation. So why would I call myself? Well, I mean, because I'm technically involved in the sport with a long history in it. So you got to be on top of your game, right? To be a walkway with a gold medal. I did not know that. I mean, hold on. Let me just, I need to start putting medals on the wall. That's now that I think about it. What did I do with them? I got a big pile of medals. I need to hang them up. Where are they at? I forgot where I put them on. Well, I can't find them, man. I got a giant pile of medals I threw in a box somewhere. I need to start hanging them on the wall again. So I'm not to care about the sport. No, dude, I have broken Texas state records 3 meets in a row in 2 weight classes a few years ago. Yeah. Yep. Coach has internet. Right. Oh man. That's just funny. You're a regular here. I didn't realize you didn't know that. You just let Coach up and put power. Hold up, bro. Wow. I mean, okay. Yeah, all right. So you didn't know this music? I'm just kind of shocked. I'm in a state of shock that one of our regulars who's been in this video live stream is unaware that I have broken Texas state records multiple times. It literally judged world records as a judge. Like I'm actually a certified judge for the WPC. I've judged world records. I was completely unaware. Okay, that's cool, dude. Yeah, it's all good, man. Well, I did not know this. I mean, look, guys. Look at my main screen. I'm deadlifting like 288 kilograms as a dude in his late 40s. Oh, time to get back to platform coach and show them what's up. I haven't competed in 3 years, but I still keep getting invites. So that last meet, even though I couldn't bench because I'd close gripped it and had a horrible bench, I got an elite total. And they've sent me nationals invites 3 years in a row after that. They're like, you have a priority spot. You get first pick of spots if you want one. There's my audio. Yeah. Cool, man. Good stuff, Felix. Lemons, you really didn't know this? Oh my God. Coach is pound for pound one of the strongest. Yeah, I mean, in terms of, I'm in the top 1% of masters competitors in the world. I have an elite total. You guys didn't know this? No, I'm a decently strong old dude, man. The number one guy from my class in the U.S. has actually been a channel member and comes through the stream sometimes. And he actually talked about eventually hiring me to coach him. So, but he has the national stuff for my class because I'm like, I was ranked number 3 or some shit. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. It's kind of like how in someone world class. Yeah. I just assumed you guys knew, man. Isn't that why people are here? You guys are hanging out mushrooms and didn't know this? 288 is the most I've pulled in my 40s, dude. I don't discuss this stuff from my 20s. I was stronger in my 20s. It's like going up to Noel Gallagher to ask if he played music. Oh, Lord, guys. I need to hang medals on the wall. Put 4 or 5 of them up there. I got a bunch of gold medals. They shorted, the USPA shorted me a medal, by the way. I had to leave, and they were supposed to mail it to me. I was going to miss my plane, and I had to leave before the awards ceremony, and I took state records. And I did not get that medal. They still owe me a medal 3 years later that I did not get. I got a gold medal that day, and I didn't get it because I had to leave before the award ceremony to not risk missing my flight. Y'all owe me one. They're all just sitting in a box. I don't care. Like, just that'll do. Piece of steel. What matters is the lifts. You saw your 365 deadlift. That was on a power bar too. That wasn't even a deadlift bar, homie. All right. I've hit my biggest squats bulked up on camera. I've not done more than 496 at a meet, honestly. But it was a state record for my class still. I did 496 at my last meet. I took it for second attempt, but I didn't take a third. I just took a knee because I got the state record by 2 pounds or 1 kilo for my master's class. And I wanted to say something for the deadlift because I wanted a deadlift record that day. All right. I know, dude, we lift, man. But I'm a hybrid athlete. I'm into all my cardio and conditioning. I want to do some 5Ks eventually. I'll do some 5Ks eventually. We have to be well-rounded, man. We have to be well-rounded. We have to be athletes. The 280 at that attempt, I went too hard. But did you watch the pull, Freedom? Look how fast it exploded off the floor. When I failed that 280, it blew off the floor. I just couldn't lock it. I ran out of steam and I couldn't follow through. And a bunch of people were shocked. They're like, how did you miss that lift? Like they just flew off the floor like it was 150 pounds. I ran out of steam. My hamstrings just couldn't lock it. What's up, Max? How you doing, bro? Which also would have broke my own record. I was trying to break my own record. No. Yeah. But I failed. And someone else broke it later. Yeah. Slowly waking up, man. Good stuff, Max. I need to put some medals up on the wall. That's I think people they're oblivious. They have no idea. All right. TCG must also fail. There we go, man. It happens. It happens. What are you going to do? Yeah. There's always more lifting. I'm doing good, Hartzell. I'm good, man. How about you? Because you don't go about it constantly. Well, I just assume people know, man. I mean, just assume people know. Come over there. If I had your numbers, I'd be telling everyone all the time, right? You see lifting clips up, guys. You see the lifting clips. But we're going to squat. We're going to do some big lifts today. I'm going to try to PR that 225 bench back off work today. I've been getting 18. Adolf, just stop. All right, you're about to be out of here. Do you want to put him up for a vote, guys? I have no claims of any such ladder. If you actually followed my channel, you would know that. So he's up for a vote. What do you guys think? Let the regulars vote. Rufio gives a kapow. Kapow, kapow, kapow. And he stays. 5 kapows. All right, you have been found guilty by a jury of your peers and you are sentenced to death. Kapow! Get out of here. No, we're done. Bye, Felicia. That's so people are like, no, you don't have the clips. You have something that was satire from 11 years ago that I took down and apologized for. That's like saying, oh, Tyrion Lannister, oh, that dwarf thinks he's actually a noble. Ho, 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 ho. It's like, no, dude. Peter Dinklage doesn't actually think that he's a lord. Jesus Christ, guys. But we got footage of him claiming to be a lord and being a Lannister. He has no noble blood at all. He's just a midget. Come on, guys. Just stop. That's the level of stupidity people are at with it. I can assure you that Peter Dinklage does not actually claim to be a lord. Yeah, they live in a make-believe bizarro world. That was called a satire thing that I did and then removed over a decade ago when it got taken pretty badly and apologized for it. You can't act like it's something I actually claim. That's not how the world works, guys. That's not how the world works. How does people helping under your quotes from that long ago? Right. You did some satire in 2014, 2015. Right. Same people claim I look fake weights while breaking powerlifting records with the certificates and medals to prove it. It's like, are we serious, guys? Someone accused my certificate of being fake. I put it up. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Here's my last state record. Oh, I got a friend who can print those out and make them. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. It was up on the USPA site. There's a video of the commercial gyms of coach repping 5 plates on deadlift, right? Yeah, rep work. Yeah, upwards on my open. It's all fake, man. It's all fake. I paid those judges with my food stamps. That was the other claim too. The same people who claim I'm on welfare claim that I bribed the judges to pass my lifts, fake lifts. I gave them $50 worth of food stamps. You know, it's just you just can't make this up. You're broken on welfare, but you paid your ex-girlfriend's rent. I want to know how I paid her rent with EBT. You paid her rent for 2 years with your food stamps while paying your own rent also. Coach isn't EBT, he just eats rice. I mean, dude, my diet's pretty inexpensive. The thing with cult members, they can separate multiple conflicting realities. It's strange. You could rep 20 on any troll's max. But dude, stuff is crazy. Like I had a vegan come in and say, "Well, this bodybuilder, he makes you look tiny and weak. He's so much stronger and fitter than healthier than you'll ever be." And they linked this vegan physique competitor who's 175 pounds and claimed the guy was stronger than me. Right? I went and found one of his training clips. He's struggling to squat 3 plates for 3 reps, and I'm like, a grown man struggling with 3 plates for a triple who's 175 pounds is stronger than I will ever be. Imagine this level of delusion. And he puts up a photo shoot where the guy's all peaked and trimmed up. All trimmed up with perfect lighting. And he's like half my size though. But yeah, he looks good. But you know, you gotta just wonder at the stupidity. I'll link it. If you guys want to see the thread, that's great. Hold on. Because it was late last night. I got up in the middle of the night and I found it and then went back to bed. I linked it to him. Like, hold on. Right here. You guys ready? You ready for some comedy gold? Go check this one out. And the dude is just the dude he linked. I went and found the guy. The guy grinds his 3rd rep. 315. He's grinding the 3rd rep. You're gonna say this guy's stronger than me? Are you serious? You got to be kidding, guys. You just can't. Oh, 3 plates. No, that's Richard's never squatted 3 plates. You're confusing that, and I'm not being mean. I'm being serious. Vegan Gains was I've never seen him pull over 315, and when he did, he was struggling. He did 315 for 6 reps. Like he has no right to try to clown on me or call me weak because he can bench press a decent weight at a high body weight. Are you serious? The most we've ever seen him squat on camera was 185. That's 1.5 plates. That's like 80 kilograms, guys. And he hurt his knee doing work sets with that. He hurt his knee. He's pulled 3 plates for 6 reps on a sumo before on camera. No, that's not even speed weight work. Dude, I do speed work with more weight than that. Like, is he serious? you know, so for Richard to ever call me out as weak and out of shape like he did before, like, are you serious, dude? I'll outlift you, I'll outrun you, I'll beat you in a powerlifting meet, I'll beat you in a foot race. What are you talking about? And I'm old. I just don't get these people, man. To be that, it's crazy. I get people who call me delusional, and I'm like, no, that's delusional, right? Yeah, who knows? I just can't with these people, though. You can't. All right, cool. Oh, I remember he used to talk about Connor. It's hard to tell Richard is he deleted many of his older videos, right? Hurt himself because of that diet. Yeah. No, I mean, vegan diets do cause injuries, right? We all know this. This is known. Man, the sun is up early. It's up at 7 already. This is crazy. This time change is crazy. Curse, you absolutely clowned that mismeasurement, right? I know, right? But I mean, the dude putting that, and it's like, I get that the guy has a certain look, but I think you'd be surprised if he stood next to me. He's 175 pounds. I mean, yeah, the dude's all trimmed up in those pictures, and it's like, he's weak. He's weak. Yeah, like, what's he gonna say? I mean, it's like, dude, this is your boy. You're saying is stronger than me, struggling with 3 plates. Shall I link you me squatting 600 pounds? Probably the same year that was made. I mean, come on, bro. Are we really having this conversation? But I mean, I clowned him. It's like, don't link a physique competitor to a power lifter and talk about them being stronger than them. This is not going to end well. None of these guys look massive. I've never met him, but if he's shorter than Kyger, the problem is with these pro bodybuilders, when you meet them, they're so small because they're so short. It's like they just don't look big. Right? I mean, you're like, well, you're wide, but it's just hard to see them as massive. So I mean, having met Kai Green, I mean, it hits different in person. They look so monstrous in their pictures, but then when you meet them, you're like, dude, you're so short that they just don't look big because they're here. It's just hard to see them as big. Because Kai Green has got to be 5'5". I mean, yeah, he was wide, but it doesn't hit the same as the pictures, guys. It just doesn't. All right. But I'm about to wind this down, guys. I feel like we had a good, productive chat. We got supers, we got the memberships. All right. I think I'm gonna wind it down, get my head straight to train. Got to do a little more posting. I'll get you guys hopefully an afternoon. I can't guarantee when I'm gonna get the afternoon. I have some stuff happening today, but we'll figure it out. So I'm out. Love you guys. And either way, I'll catch you later.